Oh my god. Wait,
This
why
is...
do you freaky
Whoa. This is what I was saying.
just build yourself a bat eater and be
I
done
know,
with
I
it?
know.
Full auto, one key with Draco. And
I
you got him
know.
in the shields there. What is this?
Just take a screenshot of that and I'll do a video. Then I came first.
Okay.
HH in the house. Yeah, we are going to be reworking my Plat Arena stuff again.
I'm curious, what are your expectations from this?
Mainly, actually, I'd love to know better comps to fight against certain teams. That's where I feel like I struggle. So where I've done more recent Plat pushes and the teams that we're now fighting against are much more difficult to kill. I feel like I go to a much slower team because I feel like it's going to win rather than really knowing the right offensive team to pick against that particular defense. And obviously, going through some of my builds and looking at how you would critique them is quite cool as well. Quite fun.
What do you usually
mainly
struggle with? Because I mean, I did see your plat push. I did. It was a bit painful. But
I feel like I'm just slow. I feel like my offense is just too slow. Like I win most of my fights, but they're
but then again, you
1
go
and 2
double
minutes.
rotos. You expect it to be fast, but then you go double rotos.
Well, that's because that's my comfort blanket. I
Yeah, but
used
you
to
can't
just
expect it to be fast then.
well, yeah, but I used to just go like speed teams, and then I'm just kind of like, but I'm not just blowing people up. Whereas I used to just blow people up with my speed team. It doesn't feel like I am anymore. So and because of that, I was like, well, maybe I just go with this double rotors team that I've built, which at least wins.
You didn't use your Kaimar quite a lot, and like just the reset against the tanky teams, which is where you're doing the double rotors. Your Trundle would have been a lot better just by the reset of the A3. It's a team that I run quite a lot.
And I did my defense, which I thought would be reasonably solid. I felt like it. I don't know. I felt like it wasn't really. Well, I don't know. I lost way more than I normally lose.
I think once you got a warlord in there, like for when I'm attacking people, I just avoid warlords. And I know other players like Smiley and stuff like that also avoid warlords in the last 15 minutes.
He had
So I don't
Warlord.
know if he was running warlord.
Warlord, Hedgie, Sifi, Duchess. That's what he had on defense. The reason why you got farmed is because you went into top 20. And then top 20 people use double rotos. They do 1 minute fight. They okay with that. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say.
Yeah.
But the reason they can do slow and steady is because they have good defenses, aka they have a Hedgie Warlord on their defense, and that's what's considered good.
And also, everyone knows them, so they know to kind of a lot of players stay away from their defenses, and they also got the tag as well, which kind of helps with their advantage.
So, for what you're saying though, so you're saying what? Don't push as high, because
yes. So you pushed way too early. You pushed way too early, way too high.
I would say for this week until you can get comfortable with your attacks. Just try and stay out of the top 100, and then once you start getting comfortable, and then you start going back over to double Rhodos and get your defense right.
Yeah.
Then start going back into, because you do have the gear to break into the top 50. I do feel you have a big, massive disadvantage not being in one of the two clans. But there is people that do it. Smiley's done it. And I think what's his name from the Sick Clan has also just recently done it this week as well.
Hey HH, happy Halloween.
So you can do it. It's just getting back used to it.
I mean, I've done it in the past. I've been like top 30 in the past. But they definitely that was before reaction gear was meta.
Yeah.
And definitely defenses are very different from when I used to farm back then.
But
reaction, much more challenging.
Yeah, reaction isn't like once you get your Kaimar in there, reaction sweep period, then you kind of just you kind of swear you don't get you're not bothered by it. So it's more a case of can you kill them before they kill you? And that's why Warlord's so powerful, because he lock you out and then you're stuck in there for a good minute or two, and then you're taking too long to attack.
Well, I guess talk us through what's the two teams then that I should be running as my offense, do you think?
I feel
I gave you 3, I think, already.
Talk us through them then, EU.
Why those seasons specific? The thing is, you change. Usually you run to begin with when you're not really experienced. Usually you run one team. One team, you get used to that team. Once you get good at that team, you can swap champs around. You can increase your team pool, as they say. It's
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
if you're used to one team, you know what can it do, what teams can it attack, how it's functioning, and you're able to easily know exactly when to leave an auto, when to manual, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's just confidence as well, just like getting yourself back to used to it. Like Rat said, just kind of stick with the one team. That's what I've done. It's worked for me. I did what 25 battles, I think, and I didn't lose any of them, and it led to my highest finish in plat. And they did quite well in defense that week as well. So just getting used to it and then attacking the same teams
So it's
as well.
interesting, like the teams you're suggesting here. I mean, I didn't really even consider these would be meta teams, honestly. So you've got here the first one I kind of get, but I'm a little bit surprised by. So you're saying an immunity team: Kaimar, Sifi, Rotus, and Hedgie.
Not full immunity, it's just the Kaima.
Just who? Sorry,
Just
Kaimar.
just one champion. You
Just
can
one.
see there's only one champion in immunity because Rotus cleanses. If you do,
Yeah.
you don't really care too much. Hegemon's always gonna go first, so you don't really care about him either.
Sure. So just immunity Kaimar against a Hedgie team.
That's like the safest offense. This is the offense that everyone uses to farm all the top 20, basically. If you see that your defense is like really tough, people will attack you with this comp.
So this team here, then, your only damage in the whole team is Rotus. One
Correct.
Rotus. So that feels like that's going to be a relatively slow team, no?
It's actually a lot quicker than you think. It's around 40 seconds.
So the idea is Kaimar. So obviously, Hedgie can't do anything to Kaimar, and Rotus, as you say, just kind of wipes his off. At Hedgie, we're hoping what just gives us the opportunity to go first.
No, to lock them out. Usually when you have a team like this, but instead of the Trunda you have a Warlord, for example,
Yeah.
you're able to either A1 or A2 with a Hedgie. Depends on the situation, and that way half their team is going to be locked out. Or I guess if you use A1, then you'll basically go first every time, and then you go into the Kaima sleep, and it's pretty easy from there.
I don't really
Yeah.
see a Duchess on offense hardly at all.
Well,
So
I've actually started building around that now. So this week I've been playing with another 3 different type of comps now I've got available for tomorrow, and
Yeah.
it's all built around Kaimar, Duchess, and Trunda. So the one thing I was struggling with was Kaimar and Sifi, right? The AoE sleep. So I was using Rio passive now to reverse it, and then I'm
Okay.
able to jump in front and kill them. So
Okay, should we do the builds then?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So you're saying the main thing we're looking for here is to get more damage out of my Trunda, so slower down but more damage.
Yep.
Have you already finished that one? Yeah.
Yep. So all I did, I can show you how I did it quickly
Sure.
and efficiently. HH Optimus. So basically, you keep
Do
the
you actually
optimizer.
use this tool anyway? By the way, just out of interest.
90% of endgame players use this tool. How about that? It's super efficient. It's super fast, and it also enables you to find some builds which you wouldn't find by yourself. For any nuker, I always go with 4.2k defense because that's like the optimal defense for someone that wants to stay alive. So either a protection champion, either a reviver, anyone that focuses on surviving.
Yeah. And you don't run people then that generally are going to drop defense. So you know the old days of a Madame in the team, is that basically gone?
The thing is, there's something called Resurgent and 3%. So if defense down does not land, if you don't have a champion, a nuker in Savage, you're going to do paper damage.
Yeah.
That's the reason behind going Savage, and that's the reason behind ideally going Cruel, because it adds that extra security. Because the thing is, yeah, you can nuke them once, you'll get them like through Stood Parry, but Resurgent proc, it clears the defense down, or they take multiple turns. For example, Necro takes 2 turns. Usually straight away, the ally attack, and then he puts up another buff up.
Yeah.
so he clears the defense down. So if you don't have ignore defense such as Savage set or Helm Smasher, you're basically not gonna do any damage. Here it gave me 10 builds, right? And
Yeah.
I'm looking at the difference in speed and accuracy to see what's the most optimal build. The
What's your
actual
minimum accuracy you're looking for here?
500 minimum. But the thing is, I'm also looking at different items. So I'm looking what can be glyphed. I can see speed can be glyphed, accuracy can be glyphed, accuracy can be glyphed, accuracy can be glyphed. So I'm still looking at different pieces of what can be glyphed and what can't be glyphed, and
Sure.
that's what I'm comparing with. Because you want to have speed and accuracy subset in the same item on all the items, so that way you can glyph both. Because glyphing is actually insanely strong.
How fast would you be at like your max speed?
My Sifi is my fastest champion. She's only 356.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
That's quite slow.
I've got
HELLHADES laughing.
I've got I've got loads of triples in any other set, not that one.
That's really low. I'm not far off it on the free to play.
Thanks, Noel. Thanks for that. I've got four. Listen, right, if I can get to plat without a 400 fast CV, I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah, fair enough.
You need to farm more finer instead of dragon. Because I mean, I can clearly see you've been farming dragon.
It's all I farm. Like for about the last year, all I farm is finite. Honestly,
200 energy a day doesn't count.
But I do. Yeah, I don't burn like 2,000 gems a day on it, and I don't often keep a load of like the stun gear. I'm looking for savage gear, immunity gear, shield set, basically. So there's probably a load of stuff which I just never kept because it was just filling up my inventory.
The Hedgie build's gonna struggle a bit. Not gonna lie. He needs more accuracy, more speed, and there's no chest.
No day.
Not a single chest. Not a single accuracy chest.
380 accuracy.
It's so low because it's gonna get lower. It's gonna go -50, and my eye's gonna hurt. Looking at 300 accuracy.
Do you think it's worth the mastery switch to lose that 50?
Because you was talking about it. You was talking about it earlier in my stream. You were saying
it's painful. Any CC set you go fearsome. That's like the rule.
I get it, but it's
at
the
this
rule,
point,
surely, if you can make it work. But if you can't make it work,
the thing is, you can get accuracy chest, and you'll be able to hit another 100 accuracy on top of this.
But honestly, I
wonder how much like really good stun set I've just got rid of, because I'm like, I don't need any more stun set. Never really using it as a proper end game set.
The thing is, you still have 1k piece. It means you're keeping trash.
Yeah, it's true. Don't forget, I have to make videos, right? And people are like, we don't want to see you in that good gear. We want to see you in crap gear. Don't show us good champions with good gear. That's not what we want to see. So I have to kind of like keep a load of crap just so that people don't get too upset about it. So you're changing my Duchess here to have a much higher defense, dropping some of the HP, but dropping quite a lot of the speed, yeah?
Correct. So she doesn't actually die from one hit.
Yeah, so I guess when I first built Duchess in this type of build, my aim was, or my thinking was, everyone runs Madame. You always get decreased defense on you. Therefore, HP was the priority over defense. Whereas now, that's actually not the case, is it? Most people probably don't, or a lot of people don't run a decreased defense. They just run a really crazy nuker.
Yeah.
So I guess the priority does kind of flip around a bit.
This is why plat is totally different to gold 4, because a lot of people in gold 4 will still run defense down. If you don't,
what did you put in a vault? Asking for a friend.
Just no particular reason. Just
interesting War Master.
She was in my clan boss team.
When?
Don't know. When I last ran it. When I last used it.
Oh my god! Wait, why do you freaky?
Whoa! This is what I was saying. I put all of my gear onto my arena team a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't built a clan boss team again. So I went back to a clan boss team that I was running, but most of them aren't speed shit. So I literally leave it on. I'm like, just do the 3 key.
This is the whale life.
That's so painful to look at.
I spend my time on the free to play. What should I say?
And you didn't even buy the mini mix pack. Do you have keys? You don't even have keys. Holy moly.
Let's see his
Just
inbox.
build yourself a Bat Eater and be
I
done
know,
with it.
I know.
Full auto, 1 key with Draco. And
I
you got him
know.
in the shields there. What is this?
What?
That's painful to look at. Oh no. Okay.
But I've had a
God.
million 1-key teams. I just keep changing them up.
Oh, so
But why?
I'm a content creator. I make new stuff to show people. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to destroy all of my builds for this video, and I'm just going to do this. It's the way it goes down.
But yeah, for Essiga, all I did is just put on EHP and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Guardians,
How slow do you run her? You said in
as,
the
as
message,
slow as possible.
run her slow. Yeah.
The slower the better. The reaction, the slower the better. It's a nice balance of defense to HP. The reason why you want defense is because obviously the protector is the one that's receiving damage, so they take less damage basically if they have high defense. Your shield set Draco is getting robbed.
Wonder why I had a shield set Drake.
I can't think of any reason why you'd have a shield set J-Crow.
I can only think it's got to be something to do with a Seer team.
But yeah, regarding Masteries, we want to have Bulwark,
Yeah.
Selfless Defender, Delay Death, improved parry obviously against crit damage. This is like the main one. The second one's basically gonna be more HP, more healing, more survivability. So I'd go this because you're running this. Because you're not gonna benefit from this because you don't have a nuker. This is really good on Nasiga. Usually I would go Wisdom of Battle because it's just broken. The reason why it's broken is, for example, let's say they use someone like Kaima and then
yeah.
Gubtuk,
Mhm.
Kaima plus Gubtuk, and the Kaima sleeps. You wake up with Wisdom of Battle, and the Gubtuk can't place block buffs on you.
Sure.
Makes it super
Loving the
effective.
stream
And even
tonight.
then, like
Very
if you get Torment
informative.
Frozen or like a stun set hits you, like a hedgy stun, it just makes it super useful. It's super nice.
Why
And
have you
super
chosen
effective.
the Shadow Heal there over that?
Why should I heal? It's because she's gonna be so slow and it won't matter on her because she's just there to soak up the damage and the 6%
Yeah.
heal if enemy heals. It's a
Yeah,
big chunk of
Just a big chunk of health.
100k.
Yeah.
yeah, she's just basically not fast enough for that wisdom to really kick in and take advantage of it.
You don't really care about lower steel as well because the thing is with Vertigo you're only gonna use the immortal, which is like the plus 15 HP. That's the only thing that lower steel adds up. It's like Nukers. They usually just use Savage, and Savage doesn't give any bonus from lower steel. But
sure.
things like support, so your support will have usually like speed set or like even set parry. It's
Yeah.
really good because it gives a lot more speed, perception, really good speed. Yeah, speed, perception are like the main ones.
Yeah. So how long do you think for the average player this would stall them out for?
They wouldn't be able to win unless they take there's specific counters to this, obviously.
Because all you got to do once you've taken Duchess out of the game, obviously we can no longer revive. So then it's just
The thing is you have 15 minutes and you obviously want to be in and out. If Warlord
yeah,
locks you down, locks out, anyone that's smart enough is going to exit the battle straight
just
away.
exit straight away.
And that's a win for you.
Yeah.
So I just want to go over about building a basic defense for the people, which is what I know look for is the basic rules is make them try and use a block buff champion or immunity.
Yeah.
Shield champion sometimes if you're in gold 4, which is what I do. I run Krisk in a week. They actually get quite a lot of wins.
That team 7 was my anti-hedgy before everyone started using A1 hedgies.
Mm-hmm.
I actually preferred fighting hedgy than any other team back then because I always went in front and just nuked people down with Foley. The odd occasion where a hedgy could one-shot through my shield was very rare.
Yeah, like my Krisk is still really good against hedgies, and I take on 3 hedgies, and it's no problem. He's in his shield set, his stacks, and even because Trunder's got quite a fairly good base defense for a tap-based champion.
Yeah.
It's just nice. Personally, when I'm he's playing with your arena, but basically when I'm building the teams, I would be looking at that. So if you have a Torment's quite good for pushing immunity. So yeah, and then Hedgie's the same kind of thing, really.
So basically, instead of what my team would have been was Foley in there, and Foley's set up an immunity gear, so that basically when Morley pushes us ahead,
Hmm.
we will nuke their nuker. That's the idea
Oh.
of that team.
Is Molly in immunity? She's not.
She's not, but everyone else in that team that I had as the anti-hedgy team was. So you're not thrown in the team I would normally have used, but on my team 7 on that setup, which was my anti-hedgy,
Yeah, but you're
everyone
gonna be too
else
slow.
apart from
Did you say Foley? So does Foley's passive actually work with immunity?
I don't
You're
need
not
it to
speaking.
because basically
Basically, I'm listening.
I didn't work that time. Normally we just kill people unless we've stolen some gear or Foley.
He's crit capped. Everything's fine. He's still low stats though.
But yeah, but he's in immunity obviously.
Even a naked stiffy. Is any of your rotters built well?
Both built all right. They're in like my second best savage gear. They're not built to take double hits though. They're built for damage.
Hedgie and then a Kaima.
This is what actually Smiley kind of runs, but he runs.
Oh, it's not immunity Kaima. I just realized. Yeah. But for this, ideally, you want. So you see the Hedgie, he got stunned, so you didn't even take a turn.
Yeah.
Kind of funny, but yeah. In this case scenario, I mean, you can just do Siffy. Doesn't really matter. Then kill the reviver. Kill the second reviver. Reset. You can log them out again. I guess maybe not. But it doesn't matter. He's gonna get cleansed anyway. Sleep Siffy. It's just a super safe team. Kek. But ideally, you want your rotters to be built a bit better than this. I'm not gonna lie to you. let me quickly build the champs.
So what? More health?
DP's missing gear.
Just
Oh,
more
yeah,
damage to
that's-
begin with. The masteries are very interesting. I'm not even gonna lie.
What
Very
would you do different? What?
What would I do different? So this is what you have. I'll show you what you're not taking. So you're not taking Bring It Down, which is 6% extra damage. You're also not getting Single Out, which is another 8% extra damage. You're not taking Opportunist, which is an extra 12% damage. Because you're gonna use Kaima with this team. So they're gonna be and Hedgie, obviously. So stun, they're gonna be
Yeah.
stunned or slept by the Kaima. So it's just extra damage, just reload. So yeah, that's two things you're not taking. The healing's nice, so usually I just go this. Regarding, because you don't need res, you're gonna get cleanse anyway, so it's not a big deal. Resurgent is still good in case Siffy dies. Regarding damage healer masteries, I'd go like a normal nuka, and then I'd finish it with blood shield, because blood shield, I mean, is just
Yeah, it's
in
big on him,
case,
isn't it?
yeah,
Star,
in case
yeah,
the passive.
5's not good enough.
Okay, so one rod's done. Siffy, I mean, you just put a. I mean, in this build, it doesn't really matter. Fast is good.
Swift parry or not?
She's not gonna be using defense, so no need for
No
super.
Swift parry.
I guess just fast is gear.
Just fast.
Doesn't really matter anything else. You don't really care about anything. I could show you how people push her with your defense. It's such a meme. They
That's
legit AFK for 5 minutes during reset. They legit go grab a coffee. It's like super chill. They put up their defense, Hedgie Warlord, go grab a coffee. They come back last 3 minutes, do some attacks, and then plat.
and then
Yeah, that's. I mean, I get it. I get. I could probably blend them away into plat last few minutes. It was more.
Wish I need to do Kaima.
You know, you want to. I wanted to be a proper plat player, not someone who just kind of sneaks in the back door. You know.
I don't think there is much difference between sneaking in the back door or being a like. If you finish in plat, you're a plat player. You don't need to be the top 50 to be a
Yeah,
plat
and
player.
also like when if I'm going to do some content on it and show a plat push, showing 3 minutes, whilst I'm drinking a coffee doesn't really go down so well.
What Kaima you want
But,
to be changed?
I guess I'm not using the resistance one at all right now.
I mean, you can just keep him.
but it doesn't matter. Like, doesn't matter which one gets changed.
That's a good one.
But
No.
one of the other reasons why I was trying to push plat earlier, and I might be wrong on this, but I was thinking I don't want to be in that bottom group where you've got probably quite a few hundred people trying to just get into plat last minute. So then you've got a lot more people that see your defense. So I thought if I push higher, obviously it didn't work out right, but I thought push higher, less people are interested in my defense. But unfortunately, the people that are smack it down. That's the difference. Like,
because they have no one else to attack. That's the problem. At the
Yeah.
top,
Yeah.
you have all the defenses are the same. They all have HG Warlord, and then they have either Cardiel, Ursaga, Siphi, Duchess,
is-
whatever the case is, right?
This is why when I get to the top 100, I stop because I have rules. And before this week, I was avoiding hedgies. Not like I can't counter hedgies, I can. It's just too long, and it's
Right.
it's not 100%. So I was avoiding. My rules were avoid faster teams, avoid warlords, Kaimar, and hedgie. And when they get to the top 100, I had no one else to attack. I feel sorry for one guy because I kept refreshing and I kept finding him, and I hit him like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. Well, you see it so
he would have
often
lost
on your
that.
own defense, don't you? You're like, someone's
Yeah,
hit me, and then you're like, hold on a minute, the same guy has hit me 3 times.
But anyone that attacks you last minute, especially with how big your account is, if they know your account, they're not going to attack you when they've got a bunch of players in the last 15 minutes, unless they're not super serious or unless they know they can beat you. Like if I saw your team, I'd probably avoid it just because I know what we're doing. If I saw Rats, I know to avoid him because he's got Swift Perry coming at his ass and whatever else.
I'm actually surprised how good my Swift parry is compared to other. I look at other people and I'm like, how is your Swift parry so shit? But then I
I've seen
realized
people with
mine
Swift
is just
parry like
insane.
outspeeding my best speed gear, and it's like, how have you got Swift parry that good?
I mean,
It's-
there's Swift parry. There's a guy in Swift parry 395, I think. He's Siffy. He's Siffy, yeah. He's
Siffy, yeah,
Warlord.
that's it.
He can get 390. It's because he has quads and triples in Swift parry.
I'm pretty sure I can
Yeah,
get my
it's crazy.
CF faster soon in Swift Perry than I can the speed gear.
The thing is with Madam, you can give her worse gear because she doesn't need as much speed. So you can drop the speed. Usually I keep Madam at around 200, I guess. 200 speed is fine. It's not that big of a deal
Is that
compared
because you're
to
using Kaimar though?
yes. Every team I use Kaima.
Yeah.
Me too as well.
It's a must.
Just the
Kaima's just
reset.
too good not to use.
Yeah, it's reset.
Reset sleep is just too good. Okay. So that's 310 with 450. And then we need to give some kind of speed piece.
Just coming in for the HELLHADES roast stream.
No, it's not that bad.
No, it's actually been alright.
Could
Oh,
be
really?
worse though. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly lock the Kaima. So it was 310 speed. Lock him. Go back to Siffy. There's a
No,
reason why.
someone asked in how it is
What
Okay,
if
let's
they
try.
can push with 285, 550? Yes.
Oh, I forgot. I took the wrong Kaima. I can always sleep. No problem.
This is why you need a Rio.
And then we kill Siffy. Kill her. Okay, a lot better. Now we actually one shot.
Yeah, nice.
Now we just pretty much auto. You need to set the. You saw that. So Kaima reset, and Rotos still used A2.
Yeah.
Rotos AI is kind of dumb. But
Obviously, you can do that with a team preset, can't you?
yeah. So
Plain Gaming's rating me an average on the fiction scale. It's pretty low.
okay, so this is the safest team you can use. So whenever you ever like, I guess you don't know what to use. This would be the team you would use because it's just super safe. And obviously you would manual hegemon regarding what you need, and Rotos you would target. So
So
against a
if
team
it
like
looks
this,
like we're under pressure for speed, you're A1 with Hedgie. Otherwise, you're A2.
depends on the comp. With Hedgie, it's actually really hard to know when to use A1 and A2. A1, it really depends to be honest. It really depends. I would say test it so you get used to it.
It's
'Cause-
quite hard to test flat level defense fighting, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
people don't run their proper defenses through the week. So you
Yeah,
basically have like a 15-minute window of, right, can I work this stuff out? And that's actually what I found most difficult is that I don't do it enough to really
Hmm.
be
So
able
what
to
would you
test
do
anything.
here? What would you do here?
Looking at that, I would probably push back Warlord A1 or A1.
So the things you look at. So you compare your Siffy stand meter to everyone else, because your Siffy is the fastest champion. Your Siffy is at 362 speed, by the way.
Okay.
If I check the calculator,
Oh, so you're only a couple of speeds faster than me.
so 362 Siffy using A2,
And is Kaimar
362.
speed tuned to Sifi or not?
You'll see. Grim already knows. But as you can see, Kaimar's 310. Pretty sure, right? Pretty sure, yeah. Kaimar's 310, so he is not speed tuned. But what you can do is use Stiffy A1, by the way. That's
Yeah.
also a play.
Yeah,
So
be
that way
careful of
they
that.
are not able to. But yeah, here I would just use A2.
You've got to be careful of that as well tomorrow. There might be a few teams that you'll think that Sifi's going to do is A2, and they're going to use the A1 on your Nuka, which could really mess you up.
Yeah.
And there's a few ET members doing that.
It doesn't matter, you get locked out, whatever. Because it's a super safe team.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we tried to speedrun it, I mean, to be honest, that wasn't a plat defense, not gonna lie. Maybe something like this, but obviously you wouldn't see this on reset.
If you can push plat, I've actually got an anti-hedgy team in my defense.
So you always focus revivers first.
Yeah.
Ideally, you want Rots a bit fast, actually. Rots a bit too slow, by the way.
Just because you're getting your reset before.
Yep. So, and you don't want to wake them up. And you can always target, so you don't have to actually manual.
What champions are
Regarding slower teams, what do you think, Grim?
I'm gonna say you need to come over to Dutchess and Trunda just to be safe.
Yeah.
Because and the Kaimar, because he's got Warlord, I definitely would put Warlord. That's I call it overkill at the moment, so I use the 4. The problem is, I saw your comment about Warlord being faster, and I agree. I don't have that option available because my Kaimar is speed tuned with my Sifi. So if you can get it to work that way, Warlord to do the lockout and then Kaimar to do the
Need to.
strip,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing.
It's. And the thing is, what people do is in higher. The thing is, some people run really high res, and in this team, so the
Hmm.
team I'm gonna show you, you put Duchess second, by the way, always.
Hmm.
Lead or second. I don't know which Duchess is which, but I'm just gonna show you right now. Obviously, I wouldn't use this team because I don't know what champions they are, like what
Yeah.
builds.
Looking at the team power, that's probably the wrong one.
You know the reason why Duchess second?
For a passive to work, yeah.
Yeah.
So a passive only
Then
works on people behind her, right?
correct. So it'd be like this: Warlord would go, Kama would sleep them, and you would build Kama high accuracy. High accuracy slower. So that way they are slept, and your Thunder is able to do more damage with Opportunist.
And
And the
then
thing is, even the 10 meter from Warlord like puts them back, and the sleep will last longer. So
mhm.
you have more chance of doing that 12% extra damage.
Yeah.
And this is going to eat Lydia teams. This is going to eat
So
I resist.
we're thinking here, teams that have got reaction gear.
It's
This
reactions
is
with
pretty
Perry.
much like full tank teams. This is basically what we're looking at, is that?
Yeah, and high resist teams as well.
And so if your Warlord pushes back turn meter, surely you're allowing reaction more time to work, no?
Well,
Correct.
Warlord just and Warlord also puts them on cooldown, so it stops them reviving. It stops Ursula doing a A3 or I can't remember which one. I don't know her kit that well, but stops her getting her out of protection up. Trunda comes in with the A3. She's still gonna do a lot of damage with it, and then she comes back in with it after take a turn. And normally, if you get it right, you're going to be in and out within 20 seconds. So if you fall out of plat and it lasts 2 minutes, which has happened to me quite a few times because you've
Yeah.
been tapped by, I don't know, 10 people, and then you're able just to get the back in. And that's why for me, I stop at 100. You don't need to stop at 100 because you have all the champions I don't have to get a bit further than that. You have the gear as well.
Edgy Warlord abuse, good builds.
see,
Good strategy.
just to go back to Wiseman's comment, fast CVs are 400, but I actually kind of like it when, if you don't have a Warlord and you're using this type of team, I like it when Sifi does her 8th first, and then I'm just going to strip her.
Then you just strip it all off, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
So
So
she's in a
this
shield set
Duchess
100k.
here, you've gone shield set for offense.
True.
Why shield set for offense?
Because threats like Candy is common in Go Second teams. Anything that nukes, Leorius, Brachus, whatever the case is, just adds more.
This adds a bit more survivability, like, because
Yeah.
Duchess overall, mine's in Swipero, and she's fantastic. She barely gets killed,
Yeah.
but the shield set, it's even better.
So the thing is, you'll need to remember this: that the plus icon is immunity fast. The second one is high accuracy, so he's 700 accuracy.
He's
The thing is,
she's looking a bit slow though.
yeah, it's fine.
Because
You
mine's
use a
The
750.
slow
Nutra's
Trunda.
slower than that, isn't it?
Because the thing is, you don't want anyone to go in between them, and
Yeah.
you
Okay.
want like 10 speed in case 3% on Valk. That's why usually you have 10 to I guess 10 to 20 speed faster madam than the actual nuker. And the reason
Okay.
why you keep her around that speed is because of champions like in Guardian stuff was Defender Bulwark. They don't actually get slept. They'll wake up because the damage they take at the end of the turn, basically.
Changing my
Uh,
defense now.
So
So
what then if your Kaimar is not sleeping people? Is that because these other ones are so slow? Is that generally turning into a loss?
I suppose because you've
no.
Duchess is strong enough, you're going to get a revive. So it's just going to take longer. It's going to take 5 seconds, 10 seconds
Yeah,
longer.
So
And
against this team, for example, right?
yeah, that's just like, that's perfect what I'm looking for. Because Kaimar will do sleep, so he might get a slight freeze.
Oh, I don't know if we didn't pre-save, so I'm just manualing this. For now.
Yeah. So this is exactly the same what I'd do. In.
So we got a resist
Out.
on the Warlord's ability on Duchess, but it's fine. We just cycled through anyway.
Yeah. I
Let
would
me
be in and out.
actually. Yeah, we wouldn't make the preset, so it
Yeah,
would have been a loss.
For Duchess, don't make a preset.
I
Because if you get
usually I kind of like this, to be honest. In case someone dies, I can just auto
no,
it.
because the attack up's quite important.
But in case Thunder dies, but I
So
mean, it doesn't really matter, to be
I would
honest.
just
That's
leave her
like
like that. If you die, then she's gonna come up.
What did
And
you
the
set
thing-
as Trunda's AI there?
A3, A3.
Okay.
A3 does double the damage. I mean,
So you'd use your A2 if you're up against like a big fat Sergalo, no?
no,
I don't use
Still
A2
A3.
with Kaima.
because the reaction. There's the reason behind it, because of reaction.
See, if it wasn't for Swip Arrow right now, you'd be out in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And these are like the safest, easiest teams for you to farm.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm able to kind of this week I'm gonna be doing the same, but once they get to the top 100, I'm gonna be looking for people that I can kind of come in with my Rio instead of the Warlord here. And
So
be
you
like, yeah.
see, there's nothing Duchess can do, and she even through react, she didn't even take a turn. And even if she took a turn, there's no way she would do something.
Yeah.
Even against Volgov, heals is kind of cool interaction, but if you have a Trunda, the damage is so strong. It's
There's
insane.
only one team that's caused me a problem with this type of setup, and that was actually Rats' team. So, and that's
really?
because, yeah, and that's because I know he's got his Volgath in is it called Guardian?
Yeah.
And I still beat it. It just took me 2 minutes. But
Not
I
worth.
also got really lucky with Trunda's. I kept stunning with Trunda. So that's what actually made me lose, slow me down. It wasn't the case I couldn't kill him. It was just Trunda was hitting once
Just
instead of
slow.
twice.
Yeah.
So when you use the Kaima, any force champion is actually so annoying. Mother Stabilia can actually make your fights go like for a minute. It's so annoying. If you weak it on Mother Stabilia, she puts her revive on death.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so annoying. things like that. Even like some, if you put like random garbage. I had this guy with a Black Knight in there, and my Kama weakened, so he put up his defense up. It was just so annoying. It made the fight so much longer than it needed to be.
Yeah,
I think I actually hit the same team.
I bet Rector's probably. I don't know if she's that common anymore, but
Rat still runs Rector in a week. We used to last week anyway.
No, I still do. Like right now,
Mm.
right now, I still do.
yeah. So Kranesh asking, would you use Ethos instead of Trunda?
Funny.
I mean,
Rats runs Ethos because he does have a Trunda.
If you don't have a Trunda, sure.
yeah,
But if you have a Trunda, there's no need to do that.
Yeah, you're gonna get roasted if you're running Ethos over Trunda.
yeah.
Ethos is kind of like, for me, going back to Lady Kimmy. I know someone asked about Kimmy earlier. I want to actually use my Kimmy in an immunity team when I can get it, because I have 3 madams, so I want one immunity and I want it first in immunity as well, and my arbiter.
Do you think this is what we're facing here, an actual flat built style defense in terms of like quality of builds and stuff?
Sure, yeah. Why
Yeah.
not? This is a lot better than the usual. This is usually what happens on reset.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
This team is super safe. Teams like this, I mean, yeah, right now you don't really have a hedgy counter. I feel like you have the gear. I mean, this counter's hedgy. Yeah, I mean, you can use this for now because it's
But is it
fast.
just based on who's faster here?
It's
As
I
in
mean,
which hedge is faster?
they're gonna be slow. This team is gonna be slow, if that's what you're asking. I focus
Yeah, I
bulk
mean,
of
like, are
HP.
you reliant on your hedgy being quicker than theirs to be consistently
Nah,
winning this?
no, it doesn't matter. So here I'm gonna use a 1, so he kills.
I think me and Rats would actually probably be using our Rios here. Like, this is what I would be going over to,
A 1 and auto.
because then it's just like a built-in immunity, for our team.
Yeah, I mean, I found this in 6 seconds. But then again, it's not as safe as this. This, you can't actually go wrong.
Yeah, like I said last night, it's better to lose sometimes 10 seconds, and then trying to get in and out, because if you take a lose.
So this team is extremely
What
hard.
what
So
would
here,
stop someone else running 4 nuking hedges and winning before the fight's even over? 4 nuking hedges doesn't really work anymore. I think it's Manable that has 4 nuking hedges, and he suffered. If you watch his plat push last time he streamed. Isn't it attack?
yeah, usually this defense is really hard for people. Arbiter, Warlord, Hedgie, those 3 champions alone. I mean, you just need a Hedgie to counter this.
Or
It's bad
torment.
to counter Hedgies. You need a Hedgie,
I actually used double torment to this
and
because it
that's
doesn't matter.
praying for RNG, and that's
It's about 95% consistent.
Immunity Warlord. Oh boy, you
Because
can alter for, alter
I got
for.
I've got two. I've got Krisk in there as well, and a cardio. So I've got revive on death, etc.
So we can try against all these Hedgie teams, because that way you'll see that it is consistent. So you can just do A2, doesn't really matter. You can sleep him. He's in immunity. What a meme, man. What is this? What a joke!
Oh,
What a joke!
What was you saying?
You won't see you first in defense. That's what I said. What a joke! What a joke! What was that? Such a meme.
It was a bit of a look, wasn't it? Really.
Can't be serious.
He's gonna look at that and be like, "Oh, beat our ears.
yeah.
This is a plat reset team. This is."
That was such a joke. Oh
He's gonna-
my god.
Ethos was just like popping off there.
Yeah, he's gonna screenshot it and be like, "Look who I beat."
The guy wasn't even crit capped. That's the saddest part about it.
I never actually thought about it like that. Thanks for the coffee idea.
Like,
I
right.
saw Uncle Patches do it, and I was so tilted. I was like, "This is like inhumane. How can you do this? Like,
And
this
breaking
is."
the fucking sweat and he's just chilling. You
I'm
can see
here
all,
like doing some intense fights, and he's there just he legit just gone getting a coffee, and I'm like, what?
you're gonna see
Can't be. It's like taking the piss.
you're gonna see
Yeah.
all the streamers tomorrow and be like taking a coffee and everyone's gonna be like, right, when you actually starting.
Yeah, is anyone going to start attacking? Just a 5-minute stream.
Try the claw member.
So this is the Ghost second team. It's very
Yeah.
popular actually.
Yeah.
This team is
Yeah.
very popular.
I've hit this myself, so
And how did you find it?
beat it with 20 seconds.
So they can't do anything. Reset.
But I didn't use Warlord, I used Kaimar and Kaimar Madam.
So now we're gonna target Ursago. So that
Because-
way. Oh no,
Mm.
man. Trunda still. Yeah. Okay. There we go. 82s.
I need a
There we go.
bonus.
So you want to target when you want Trunda to use A2. I think you know that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Any other team that you find hard that you don't think you can do? Mad Ninja. So that's
I don't know who
Boomer.
that is. That's
That's the
Boomer in it.
Daddy Boomer. He actually has really good builds, but yeah. So it's gonna be the. I mean, you can just say 2 because your CP is fast, so you can always A1. But no mind. So A1.
So
you
he's got a
slept.
resistance, net crit.
So he woke up because he has a guardian set. So we're gonna kill Necrit first. But he does have a good Necrit. Obviously. Oh, obviously he would have good builds.
Yeah.
So we A1 Thunder. Doesn't matter. Unlucky. Cleansing
Wow.
accessory. That was a cleansing accessory, not gonna lie. Happens. But you wouldn't have a nuker in defense. Unless it's Candy, but Candy works really
And
good
even then, like the
against.
difference between you winning and losing there was basically a few HP left on net crit, wasn't it? Like if you
Yeah.
Rotas had killed the net crit there, then you're getting a reset
Give
and
me a
another
sec.
attack.
Sometimes it's just RNG.
What would you use, guys? A1 or A2? Which one?
Doesn't matter, you're gonna wake someone up either way.
What do you think is the right play?
I would probably go
I-
for Kaimar.
I would go A2 because you can't definitely push net crit back, can you?
I mean, you can if
It's RNG
Evil
luck,
Eye
right?
didn't proc.
But you can't
So-
target him, can you?
I mean, you can still target him.
I would probably go for the Kaimar.
But Trunda, there we go.
Get lucky with RNG there.
So
That's
we
the
need
whole
to.
point of building him in stun set and stuff, though, isn't it? To
Yeah.
basically
yeah, for
give
sure.
you a chance to get lucky.
Yeah, and take the fizz and presence to make it even better.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
you see, he got Wisdom of Battle, the Kaima,
Mhm.
because of the stun Heji.
Yeah.
Landing a stun. And it's super effective, to be honest. But yeah.
Do you guys use Arbiter
Mm.
at all now?
No.
No,
Mm.
she's dead.
ETA?
In the vault?
Do we
Tag
get an
Arena,
F?
maybe?
Do we get an F in the chat for Arbiter?
But that's when I auto. Everyone got stunned because your Trunda is 90 accuracy.
It's the
It is
lowest
what it is.
Too much
lowest it can
accuracy.
be.
And I would leave it on auto, by the way. I would leave it on auto. I wouldn't. I only manual the first 2 turns. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So I manualed the Heji A1, and I guess I manualed 3. Next team, what would you use?
So this feels like 3 speed boosters. So I'll go with
It's 2, isn't
the
it?
counter. Well, you got Kaimar.
Who's the free speed boosters?
I know, I'm thinking Duchess.
Does that just manipulate 10 meter?
No, mate. I don't know, really. I would probably go similar team that we just used. Kaimar lead, Warlord locking out, Heji, Trunda. Double hit for the tier 1 Rotus.
I feel like I'm actually. You're kind of liking this team.
That feels like
Mm.
fast but safe.
The only thing you don't have in here, I suppose I attack it differently because I don't have a Hedgie. So
Yeah, well, when you don't have a Heji, it makes the life a bit more RNG, a bit more difficult, a bit more painful as well.
Yeah, for
Hedgie
sure.
makes it a lot more consistent because he always goes first. That's the good
Because we're
thing
not,
about.
because in my head beforehand, I was like, we're gambling on whether we win the speed race or not. But Hedgie gets rid of that. Warlord locks them out, and then it's just a case of.
So you can do this full auto, by the way. But you see what happened? Super annoying, but it doesn't really matter because they're locked out anyway.
Yeah. Is
So
there a
we
way
just play.
to force her sleep to go on someone other than my Trunda? Is that an
Don't
HP
think so.
thing?
No, because it targets it works off. I think is that the same as Hedgie.
Usually, he targets the highest stand meter.
I don't know. I'd have to look. I've noticed it going
It's kind of
random.
RNG, not gonna lie though. It is kind of RNG of who she actually
I think
targets.
there is some control in it because people do set their A1s on CV just to be annoying, and it always hit my nuke. It always hit my Trunda.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, true. I'm
But
gonna
I
check
think
the HP levels.
So the idea here is, if your Warlord's quicker than your Kaimar, you'll always be able to lock people out again and again, right? It's basically you lock out and then you reset and then you lock out.
It's more like lockout into sleep, so they are sleeping.
yeah, so you
Okay.
don't wake them up.
Oh, box.
You go,
Box is tanky. He's a tanky boy. Not gonna lie. We can see immunity. So ideally here you want to target Siffy, so you don't lose. To be honest.
Yeah.
I can try A2 just to see. Okay, she's locked out. Yep, target's lowest HP.
I need to my
That's cool.
Trunda's
Actually, it's good to
HP.
know.
High res. Oh no. High res Kaima. High res Kaima.
Just get away with it.
That's the problem though. When you're building high res, you're not leaving room for like HP and defense, especially when they're looking for crazy speed as well.
It's not too
Okay,
bad.
so what point then are we running that? The team that you called out as the safest team, it feels like most of these teams were aiming to try and get
Against Hedgies.
just right. Okay.
I don't know what's your go-to. I guess you can place your go-to at the top. Well,
So it
once you
feels like
get,
that team at the bottom there, fast team, feels like
you like it the best.
it feels like that would be the team that would be
At the end of the day, it will be your preference because you'll
most
need
easy to
to,
adapt to.
yeah, you'll need to get used to
Mm,
it and know the ins and outs.
so
Because the
this
more you
team,
use it, the more you will get used to, obviously.
this team I think will be one of my main, but except from Hedgie, I've got Dutchy and
One team which goes against fast edgy teams, basically.
So
I-
that team there, that's not the immunity Kaimar, is it? I think
It
that's
is.
the high
So,
accuracy
so
Kaimar, isn't it?
the plus one is
That's the
immunity.
immunity.
The
Ah, okay.
second one is high accuracy.
I would put your high accuracy as a love heart because you always say accuracy over anything else. So
So this, yeah.
am I correct?
Why?
Because
Explain.
Hedgie can't lock out my immunity Kaimar. My Hedgie can push back their fast champions if they're faster than me. And then my Warlord will lock them all out. I'll sleep them. I'll nuke them. They'll be dead.
Okay. In reality, I'll show you what happens. You're wrong because Strand is
Okay.
not an immunity, but I'll show you what happens so you learn. So you go first. So what would you do in this scenario?
So if we check in turn meter, looks like their Sifi might be quicker. My A1 the Sifi. I can't really see well enough if I'm quicker or not, but
So your
I
warlord's the
think I would
fastest.
A1 the Sifi. I'm
You-
faster, am I? If I'm faster, I'd A2.
Uh,
Looks pretty close, though.
You're
looks the
faster than
same. Looks the same.
Kaimar.
The warlord against Stiffy looks the same.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same.
So I think I
And
would A1 the Sifi.
A1 Stiffy, okay. What do you do now?
Sleep their team.
Okay.
Lock them out.
You are pretty lucky here. But you still got attack down. If he
Yeah.
Stiffy went, it would have been fucked. But yeah, the reason why this isn't a good idea because Warlord's not in immunity, Trunder's not in immunity. So what would you do here, by the way?
Ivy just pulled a second Warlord.
I would probably just A3, although the Sifi is quite high health. I might A2 the Sifi, honestly.
I would A3 here.
I would A3 as well. But anyway,
Because doesn't the HP go from the A2 go off HP, right?
it's just A3 just does so much damage. Cracked. It's just a bit cracked.
So come out then. Show what team would have been better. So basically, because
Any
we didn't have
hedgy team,
immunity.
any hedgy team, you're on the second team. So it was on Animal. It was this guy, right?
Yeah.
So any team, any hedgy team, I would run the second one.
Okay.
Second team. So I would.
We're quicker. So A2.
No, I think he's if he's faster. Then I saw reaction, so I'm not even gonna go for. Oh, sad.
Reaction
But
everywhere.
it's fine. You sleep him. Doesn't matter. You get locked out or whatever. No big deal. Now once you get locked out with this team, I would auto. You might lose this now because bad RNG. We'll see.
Just depends who keeps locking each other around it.
This is where better builds come into play. If you have a better artist, he's able to like easily one shot and stuff.
Yeah.
And wasn't that wisdom there as well on 2 of his champions?
It is what it is. Happens. Nothing you can do. Yeah, you're gonna lose her. So try again.
That's one master who can really turn it around.
We can try it too. Let's see. So see if you didn't get locked out. That's fine. Okay, see if you got a turn. Good. So I'm gonna auto kill Sifi. Next one's Warlord. So it's Reviver into highest threat.
Yeah.
That's the way to focus Ratos. Or like with anyone, to be honest. What would you run against this? 2S figures.
Team 3, I guess.
Team 3.
Yeah.
Here, I feel like I would bring defense down. So I'd probably replace Kaima here with Madam.
Just
Because
because
they
you know
have
they're
no
so
threat.
slow.
Yeah, because they have no threat.
Yeah.
You can even use Thunder Aura at this point.
I don't think he's going to see a team like this in Plat
No,
Reset.
I've seen a team of 3 Sifis.
Yeah, I know who you're on about. I attacked him the other night.
It was actually so easy.
Yeah, it was.
None of them was in Sutpari.
It
That's the
was
funny thing.
over in what, 10 seconds? I just took Warlord in. It was good night then. Is this EUWRATS or a different guy? No, it's EUWRATS.
ET Ratsu.
Professional
Okay.
Doctor Rats.
And we should be able to kill them. Hope.
I guess this is the trouble about Kaimar, isn't it? You don't get
Yeah.
your double hit.
The
or
thing
your
is,
reset.
Thunder cooldowns are too long, and you got resisted on the Duchess. From the Warlord.
See, this is when
okay.
this is when you kind of start missing Kaimar's A3.
Wait, I feel like
So go Kaimar because
yeah,
this is a
I'm
team
gonna
that I
go
would choose.
high.
I appreciate Kaimar.
So it's low without the Warlord,
And then go
and
with
instead
Madam.
it's a Madam.
Yeah.
And I guess you could even use Thunder Aura. But yeah. You have to manual whenever you take off preset. I mean, I can even A2 here. The big boy Essiga. Look at that HP.
Yeah,
It's
it's
thick
huge.
as hell.
Oh.
130k HP Essiga. Crazy HP.
Put some of the roast on YouTube.
I didn't roast, did I?
No, you not too bad. Little bit at the start, but
It could be worse, right?
yeah. It could have been a lot worse.
We're a lot nicer than we look.
Oh, I'm reformed, by the way.
Thing is, Retro, if I stream it, I kind of get everyone in chat like, what build would you do for this? What would you do? You actually really need to concentrate on a plat push, or I do.
So you didn't strip Duchess at all?
I stream Plat Reset, and it's just like I just know the chat for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But you still killed him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who's this?
This guy I wouldn't face. This guy I would not face.
25 million player power. Bloody hell.
So I
Go
already
on.
know because I faced him, obviously.
Hit
Yeah.
him.
But
Well, let's try it. So I would, because I wouldn't know that. I would just go in with team 1.
yeah,
Yeah, you ready for Vaseline?
Oh.
Bend over.
what would you do?
A1 the arb.
Does he have reset gear? He doesn't. He didn't put reset gear. He's
Lock out.
trolling people. He's trolling people midweek. Not fair. Not fair.
Did you
But
lose?
on reset, that don't even bother attacking him. Do yourself a favor and don't attack him on
I've
reset.
never seen him, to be honest.
You don't want to see him.
I'll probably-
That's the guy who can get 319s with parry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Warlord. Okay, so this is
Oh, take
one tier
take,
mask. One tier
take
mask.
the-
Oh, is
Is
it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what would you go?
So I'd go team 1.
Okay, and what would you do?
A1 Sifi.
Dun, 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 dun.
Lock out. Press auto, I think.
Oh no, you were lucky.
After this
Damn.
after this take on prison, Dark
It's
Prison.
nice.
Alpha. Ooh, ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
Smiley's
ooh.
there as well.
There's. Well, we'll see.
Team 2.
This is gonna be painful. I don't think you can beat this actually. Just too annoying.
I
He's
guess I
come
would
much faster.
Liddy's the
probably
fastest.
A1
Kimmy's the fastest, yeah. And then
Kimmy?
it's Warlord.
So you're
I'm
CP's
faster though, aren't I? So I would probably just A2 and hope to lock out Kimmy and Warlord.
So you looked at both of them. But now the Kaima goes before you. It
Why is
doesn't
that?
really matter, I guess. Because he's faster. That's the reason behind it. But I would auto here and focus Warlord. Auto and focus Warlord. Then Kaima. Then Kimmy.
So why were you thinking that we wouldn't win this?
Thought he would be a lot faster.
Kimmy's just really
But
awkward to
I
take
mean,
on.
the thing is, they hide their speeds midweek. There's a problem.
Yeah, true.
Take
They
Dark
hide
Prison.
the champs. Prism.
Yeah, let's take him because he's like 20 mil. He's like
Okay, same team.
he's like Claw's biggest whale.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, he makes me and you look like free to play. All three of us are free to play.
A1 Sifi.
He's got a really nice account. He breaks all our records as well, and then Doomtown and stuff. And he's also the one that Stu Gaming did the video on for Drexblood.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was the fastest one that got him.
a lot of people go. Not gonna lie.
There's a lot
I
now,
know.
yeah.
I
I've got ages.
kind of mad now. Could be a lot better. No one's in plat. You're second.
Number
Yes.
2.
Or I mean, even first. Wait, are we getting attacked? We are. I don't want to
Yeah.
show any of your builds. I don't want people to test your builds.
Yeah.
Put speed team in.
Think.
We'll put Candy in. Candy is anyway.
Let me
Oh, he's
see.
here.
It's to you. What points is he in?
No, we fought him just not long ago.
But he needs to climb up for you to actually find him.
Yeah, we're sitting on 1 right now.
You're a bit too low, Smiley, I'm afraid. A little bit down the ranks.
Hey, Smiley, you can try my team again if you want.
Just take a screenshot of that, and I'll do a video. Pretend I came first.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for doing that, guys. That was actually really useful just to like see some of the different styles of team to take on, the main hitters out there. It's
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy how quickly you kind of fall into the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Problem.
EUWRATS GrimReaper. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you sorting out my plat stuff. But yeah, no, thanks again, guys. Really cool having you on.
No worries. Have a nice night.
Mm.
Yeah, you too.
Good night.
Catch you later.
See ya.